So today I'm taking a look at this 2-in-1 folding treadmill that this company went ahead and sent to me. So I just want to do a quick unboxing and test this out to see how well it works. And so inside the box, the first thing I see is going to be this baggie, which has a couple things, including the power cable, a user guide, a warranty card, and an extender tube for the lubricant. We're also going to have this pack, which includes 2 bottles of lubricant, the remote control, a clip, an Allen key, and 2 AAA batteries. We're also going to have this plastic piece. So I went ahead and plugged in the treadmill, and setup for this is real easy, and there's going to be 2 modes. We can either just step onto the treadmill right now and go ahead and turn it on, or if we want, we can also go ahead and raise the handle up, which I'm going to go ahead and do. And now you can't just pull this upwards because it's locked in place. And so right here, there's actually going to be this thing that you just put your foot on, and there it'll go ahead and unlock it. So I still have my foot here, and I can raise this all the way up. And what I noticed about this is you're actually able to push this quite far, so it actually goes more than it's supposed to. So that's not good. Of course, that's not how the handle's supposed to be. So it actually goes ahead and locks in place when I move it back. And there, that's going to be the correct angle. And now I can't push it any more back, and I can't fold it any more back either, unless I go ahead and hold this piece again. And then I can move it back. And now right on top, there's going to be a few buttons. And right here is where the tablet mount is supposed to go. So this just slides in place, and there's going to be like this foam piece. So whenever you put your phone or your tablet here, it's not going to get scratched up. And there's also the safety clip that can be placed right on top. And then I could just attach this to my clothes. And when it comes off, we're going to get that little message. And so when the machine is running, when the treadmill is running, it'll go ahead and slow it down to a stop. And now taking a look at the remote control, we're going to have these 5 different buttons. We can increase or decrease the speed, or we can start at 2 or 4 miles per hour. We can change the mode, and we could start or pause. And then over here, we're gonna have similar controls. And now taking a look down here, we have a screen, and it's gonna show us a little bit of details. So right now, this is just the simple mode where it just basically starts the timer and it keeps running. Or if you wanna customize it a little bit, you press the M button and it takes us to different modes. So it's gonna stay at time. But now I can actually control it. So it automatically sets it to 30 minutes, and it increases all the way up to 90 minutes and as little as 10 minutes. And if I press the M button again, this is going to be distance. And again, the least distance is going to be 1. The most is going to be 10 miles. And now for step count, this is going to be in intervals of 500, and it's going to be as little as a 500 step goal to as much as a 9,500 step. And now for calories, as little as 1,000, or sorry, as little as 100 to as much as 1,000. And in this case, I'm not going to set it to custom mode. I'll press M again, and I'll just go to this screen. So I'll just go ahead and start. So again, all I have to do is just press the play button. 3, 2, 1, and it starts. And it's automatically going to set me at 0.6 miles per hour. And if I want, I can increase it with the plus button, and it increases in 0.2 miles per hour increments. And there, now it's at 1 mile per hour. And if I want to go ahead and make quicker adjustments, the control actually has 2 and 4, so I can automatically put it to 2 miles per hour or 4. But in this case, let me just stick at 2. And up top, for the other controls, we have an extra option for 6 miles if we want to speed up a little bit more. What you're seeing right now is the screen just changing, so we can know all the different stats. And it's going to stay at each of these for about 3 seconds. So right now we see the calories burned, the speed, the time, and the distance. And if we just want to stay on one certain screen, we can just press the M button, and it goes ahead and stays there. And now we're only going to see how many calories are burnt. And again, if we can press M, and it'll go on to the next one. But right here, what you're going to see is all of them shine. So that means it's going to go through that interval again. So let me just press it again. And now it's stuck at time. Now it's stuck at distance, and I'll just leave it at distance to see how far I go. And later on, I'll go ahead and just yank this so you can see what it looks like for like an emergency stop. All right, let me speed this up to 4 miles per hour now. And now this is gonna be like a light jog. And now the roof over here is a little bit low, so I don't wanna go too quick, otherwise I might bump up top over here. But it definitely can go to 6 miles per hour. Oops. Let me put the control back in place. And now in the event of an emergency and this is yanked, this is what it looks like. So it goes ahead and stops it really quick. We see that little message and we're brought to a halt. And then let me see if I can start again. Yeah, it doesn't let me start. Yeah, I can't start it until I go ahead and put this back in place. And there it disappears, and I can press start again and it'll start. And now let me start that back up again. 3, 2, 1. And this time I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to its max speed, which is gonna be 7.6 miles per hour. And this is definitely gonna be a jog. And now 6. .2, 7.4, 7.6, and yep, that's as far as it goes. All right, so now I want to stop, and I can just press the pause button right here, and it's going to slow all the way down to 0. And there. So now it's time to fully turn this off, and to do so, you just gotta press this button all the way back here, and everything goes ahead and shuts off. And again, this folds really easily. All I gotta do is just put my foot over here, and this goes ahead and pushes all the way down, and there, it's locked in place. Now when I lift this up, it's gonna stay locked, and if I want, I can just move it around like this. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this 2-in-1 treadmill. Setup was really easy. It rode nice and smooth while I was on it. And it even got up to the max capacity of 265, so I held 2 dumbbells, 40 pounds each. I actually went a little bit over at 275, and I was still able to walk nice and smooth on the treadmill. And since the treadmill is pretty small, it also does fit under the desk, so you can kind of use it as an under-desk treadmill, you know, as long as you have a standing desk. But some things to note about this was that there was like a little clanking noise when I was running, but that's because of this little metal piece on the magnet part. So a way to kind of overcome that was just cover it up with something so it's not clanking. You might have heard that on camera. Another thing I noticed was when I set this treadmill out, it was a little uneven, but that's because the floor is uneven a little bit more on the left side, so I had to push this more towards the front. But if your floors are uneven, thankfully it does have some feet at the bottom that you can go ahead and adjust. But the biggest thing I noticed about this would be this handlebars. So you can actually shift it a little bit more forward even when it's locked, and you can shift it back. So there's gonna be like a slight wobble. Now it doesn't really affect using it, but that's just something to worth note. Like I could still put a good amount of weight and it doesn't feel like it's gonna go ahead and break anytime soon. So it still does feel like it's nice and stable. But yeah, that's a quick look at the 2-in-1 treadmill.